I'm Lieutenant Amina Bakke with Fire Station 39.
I'm Firefighter Bader.
And today, Firefighter Bader is going to be putting on his firefighting bunker gear to show what a firefighter looks like at a real emergency. So Firefighter Bader is going to start with his boots and his pants. And what he thinks about when he goes to a fire is that what he's wearing right now is not something that he would be able to go into a burning building in. His skin is showing and his head is showing. And if he were to go into a fire, it might burn his skin or hurt his lungs. So he's starting with his fire bunker pants, which are in his boots, and these are going to protect his legs, and they're going to protect his feet and his toes if he needs to step on hot material or step on things that are sharp like nails or wood or debris. Next, he puts on his hood. His hood is going to protect his hair from heat and fire, and you can see that he looks a lot different wearing his hood, but he still has skin showing on his arms and his hands and his face, so he's not quite ready for firefighting yet. And moving on, Firefighter Bader is going to don his bunker jacket. The jacket helps to protect his body from heat, and as he goes into the fire, it's going to keep him from becoming burned by fire. He has thumb holes on his hand guards that will protect his hands from anything that may go down his sleeves, and he's buttoning up every clasp so that he can make sure there's no holes or gaps. Now that he's got his bunker gear on, the next thing he's going to do is put on his air pack. And this completes his gear because with the air pack, it's going to protect his lungs when he goes into the fire. And you can see that the air pack makes a lot of noise. There are beeps and chirps, and these are all part of how they work to help the firefighter know that the air pack is working properly and to notify the other firefighters when they're working. The air pack has buckles that look a lot like seat belts, and this keeps it on his back, and the shoulder straps tighten just like a backpack as well. Once he's got everything nice and tight, he puts on his face mask. And you may notice that once he puts the face mask on, he looks a lot different. But you can see if you look to his eyes that it's still Firefighter Bader behind the mask. He's protecting his face and he's putting it over his head. And now he completes it by pulling that hood over, and that'll cover all the straps, and you can see that there's no skin showing on the bottom, on the top, and on the sides. So now that we look at him, there's two things still exposed, his hands, and then we can see that he's still breathing the air through the hole. So the last thing he's going to do is attach his regulator, and that'll help him breathe the air that's in the tank on his back. And he's going to put on his helmet so that he protects his head if anything were to fall on his head or if he were to bump it in anything while he's working and pulling the fire hose and carrying his heavy tools. There we go. So you can see with that sound you heard that Firefighter Bader is now breathing the air in the bottle on his back. This is going to help so that when he goes into a smoky room, he can breathe the air. So even though he sounds different and his breathing is really loud, it's still the same person behind all the equipment. He's wearing his gloves to protect his hands as he works. And if you see him in a fire, you want to go towards him and not run away because he will help you. He's a friendly firefighter and he's great at his job, and he's going to come in there and help you get out to safety if you need his help in a fire or other emergency. Do you want to go ahead and stand up and we'll high five the camera?